Okay, as we move on into the ACT course itself, you can see in front of you that we are in what's called the course home. The course home has a lot of items in there that will be important to you. One is kind of like your calendar. As you can see up here, this is the first week in January, which you're not there, but I am. When you see these little icons in the date, oftentimes they're telling you what's available as far as homework and then exams. If I was to go through to where we have something due, you can see right there on Tuesday the 19th is the pretest. So you can kind of, when you log in, you'll come into the course home and you can kind of look at your upcoming week to see what's due. You can look ahead. So on February 11th, that's when our first exam is due. So therefore, all the assignments with exam one are due. Okay. You also have your results. Obviously, there's no results yet. No assignments yet because the course hadn't started, but it kind of gives you an overview. Here is your upcoming assignments, that are due, when they're due, and then the announcements. So you can always click on the announcements. There's nothing there yet because I am recording this before we are starting, but there will be. Okay, so just make sure you keep up with that stuff, know what's due, and pace yourself. We've already been to the start here. That's where you found the video, so I'm not going to go there. I will go to the syllabus, though. And, when I look at the syllabus, it's something you need to print and you need to be aware of. All the items in here as far as my information, how to get in touch with me, my office hours if you need to come by and see me, my division information, the course description, course information. If you want to really read on a course, you can click that link. It'll take you to that website. The book, which we don't have a hard copy, but we do have the online textbook. And since you've already are on this course, you don't kind of need to worry about that. Your calculator, you need a scientific or graphing calculator. Either one works. What you need to do is you need to make sure your calculator has trigonometric functions on it. And then you have the right ones. That's sine, cosine, tangent. Course requirements, you can read through that, but the biggie is to make sure you take the pretest by January 19th, or you will be listed as a no-show, which means you will be dropped from the class. So, take that pretest. Okay. Time expectations, you can read through that. Your grade, 20% of your grade is your homework. You can work the homework as many times as you want to improve your score. Doesn't matter to me. It's good for you because it gives you more practice. So please take advantage of that. Don't put things off. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. Students like to wait till the last week to do everything. Bad idea. Bad idea. Try to do something every week. Exams, we've got 4. 3 are going to be taken, at your leisure, at your house, at wherever you do your work. The final exam is proctored. Now, I'm going to tell you, some students think they can get help with their test and with all their work and still pass the final. That normally does not happen. It doesn't matter what your average is. If you fail the final, you fail the course. So please be clear. That is not my policy. It is a school policy for math, and I have no control over that. So that means that if you are having someone do your work for you, or if they're sitting there assisting you, that's not going to work. You should take your tests as you were if you were taking the final. Because when you take the final, you will not have all the resources available to you as you do when you're at your leisure at home. So to prepare yourself for the final, you should take your test as you were taking the final. I allow you one sheet of notes on the final, front and back, so you can always do that. But please, I've seen so many students fail the final and they fail the class and they wasted all that money and time. So take it seriously and do your own work. Late work, if you miss a deadline, I will extend it once if you have some issue. Other than that, you will need some sort of proof that, it was either you were in the hospital or there was a problem with the website. So there's your grade house determined. Incomplete grades only if you are really incapacitated. There's your drop date. You can withdraw up till Friday, April 29th at 2 o'clock. And we have other policies that you may want to look at. You can follow that link there. And then lastly is your course outline. So, that breaks it down by what's covered for the first test. Doesn't mean everything from every chapter is covered. Your most important thing you can do is just follow your assignments in your homework section, which we'll get to shortly. Okay, so here again, more information about the final, comprehensive, must be proctored. Next is the instructor information. So here I am, and you can kind of see again my office at Leestown, my phone, email. My preferred method of contact is email. I check it frequently. I am very good at responding very rapidly. I say 48 hours just because, if you email me on Friday night, I may not get to it till Monday. So that's the only issue there. Proctoring FAQs is the next section, and this goes over the proctoring process. We have a link for the BCTC Proctoring Center. If you're not a BCTC student, there's a link for other test sites. So just make sure you plan for that. Now, at Leestown, we often have walk-in for the final exam. So you don't need an appointment, but you just need to know the times that the center is open so you can plan accordingly. So if you have questions about the final, please just read. Okay? Just about any question you have is covered in this FAQ section. And here's what you must score to pass it. Okay? So please read through that. Moving on down, we have our due dates for work, and here's your document, and it's kind of just goes along with the course outline, but it specifies when things are due. Now, you can finish this course in a week if you want. You can, finish as early as you want to, but these are when things must be due by, okay? And once again, we have information about the proctor final, and you will probably wondering why I keep saying this. And I told you earlier, I have students that swear they didn't know anything about this. So please, if you don't know about that you need a proctor and that you must pass the final, then you haven't read anything. All right, I'm just going to tell you like it is. So anyway, we're going to stop there, and we will pick up just to break things up a little bit, so to give you a break. And we'll do the next part of the tour shortly.